Okay, we are live now. Okay, good evening, everyone. And I am Alok Sethi. I am corporate trainer, and today we have kept this special session on the roadmap to become a data analyst. Okay, now this role has become important in the recent times because of many reasons. The one reason is because of big data. We all know that now everything revolves around data, and not only now, but it has been 2 years that we have been working on data. But why data analysis have become very important? Because it has something to do with uh, number crunching, finding out the best method of presenting the data to the management so that finally decisions can be taken, and the decisions can be taken in the right manner, in the right way. So that is why we decided that we will do a session where we can take out some queries and guide everyone on how to become data analyst. And today Mayur Vasita from Kuwait is with us, and he is himself a data analyst working as a data analyst in a corporate over there. So he will also be joining us in this talk show, and we will be discussing the strategy or the methodology to become a data analyst. So all those who have joined us on Zoom and all those who have watching us through YouTube live, you can put your queries in the chat box or in the YouTube chat also. We will read them and we will answer them. Okay, the session is meant to give information about what and how you can become a data analyst and what is basically the role of a data analyst. Okay, now before I start the session, I would like to ask you, what do you understand from this role of data analyst? Okay, so anyone who would like to put in their words, like what do you understand by this term data analyst, and what would be the role of a data analyst? Anyone from the audience who would like to throw some light on it before we start actually discussing this topic with you? So we have some participants like Dhaval, Arushi, Jayesh, and Raghu. Anyone who would like to throw some light on what do you know about data analysis? Anyone? No one? So you are all here to listen. हम तो सुनने आए थे, हमसे हम बताने नहीं आए, हम तो सुनने आए हैं. Okay. See, Mayur, are you there, Mayur?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you put on your video also, please?
Sure.
So everyone, one who analyzes data, yes, that is a very basic meaning of data analysis. Someone who analyzes data. Okay. So now, what is data, and where do we get the data from? So data is something which has some information which can be converted into our information. During the COVID, government was collecting data of the patients across the country, how many cases are active, how many people have recovered, how many people have lost their life. So there was a data on real-time basis which was getting updated. When you see the stock market, you see that every moment the prices of the shares are increasing or decreasing. There is a dip, there is a high, there is a low, and people do trading based on the price variations. Okay, so data is important, and it is also important to analyze the data so as to take the right decisions. Similarly, when you are working in an organization, so the organization aim is to earn profit. And how the organization earn profit? By resulting into revenue, or by selling their product. So when there is a new startup, or there is a old company which is established, every year, every quarter, every month, every day, they would want to know how are we doing? How are we doing as an organization? As an organization, हम कैसा कर रहे हैं? और are we doing really good or not? Are we doing better or not? ये भी हम देखना चाहेंगे. Okay. तो ये सब काम जो है डेटा क्रंचिंग का, डेटा एनालिसिस का, ये कौन करता है? Who is the person responsible to analyze the data, and who is that person who works with the data? So the answer is data analyst. Okay. Now there were earlier people who were heading the accounts division or the finance division of the company. They were supposed to do all these things. Now, because now the data is coming from different sources, and the data is coming into a huge form. There is a big data, concept of big data. So company like Amazon, Flipkart, or any other big company you talk about, they have a lot of data which is overflowing into their system. Now, how do they keep a record of that data? So that is why it is important to understand what is the nature of the work a data analyst is doing. And if you want to become a data analyst, then what are the skills that you should know? What are the software that you should know? And how much time it takes to become a data analyst? And what do you get after becoming a data analyst? मतलब सबसे बड़ा क्वेश्चन ये होता है, या हम लोग देखते हैं कि data analyst is earning 10 lakh, 20 lakh, 50 lakh, 1 crore. So people want to earn a lot of money. That is why they want to become data analyst. एक रीजन ये होता है कि हमें डेटा एनालिस्ट क्यों बनना है? भाई बहुत पैसा है इस फील्ड में. चलिए अच्छी बात है, पैसा है, लेकिन आप सक्सेसफुल डेटा एनालिस्ट कब होंगे, या आपको पैसा कब मिलेगा? व्हेन यू हैव दैट स्किल आल्सो that will land you to a job which is a high paying job. Okay, so today we have Mayur with us. Mayur is working as a data analyst in a company from last 10 years in Kuwait. So we will have an interaction with him, and we will ask him how he started his journey, what all he did, what he is focusing on, how much he is getting paid for doing the work he is doing, and how challenging is the task. ठीक है, तो ये सारे क्वेश्चंस जो मुझे मिले हैं, जो मैंने कंपाइल करे हैं. इसके अलावा इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चंस दैट यू वांट टू पुट टू बोथ ऑफ अस, आई एम अ कॉर्पोरेट ट्रेनर. आई ट्रेन पीपल ऑन data analysis. He is also already working as a data analysis. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can put in the chat box or in the comment section in the YouTube. Okay, so now Mayur, the stage is all yours. Now you can start.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for allowing me on this stage. So guys, first of all, I will ask a few questions to you. Let's say if you are spending your time on PC, let's say less than 5 or more than 5 hours and less than 8 hours. So we have an audience that who spend most of time on PCs, laptops. So I guess yes, the
Everyone.
people who attended this class, definitely they are spending time on laptop and PC. So guys, if you are spending time, definitely you are dealing with the data. And if you are in profession of CA or any other profession, let's say inventory field or sales field, definitely you are going to deal with the data. It's almost 5 or more than 5 years I was using the plenty of software and Excel, Power BI and Power Query, all these things, and I'm dealing with the data. So while we are dealing with the data, what we need to understand, you guys, you have to have understanding of the data. Now once you understand the data, definitely if you are working in any company, so and if you are in on position where you have to come up with something profitable with the profitable of like what companies need. So definitely it's a sales and other stuffs, cost management and all these things. So definitely you have many software there. Let's say I'll give you some example. If you are in profession of the CA, so there is many software right now, they are using like Tally, QuickBooks, Zoho Books, ClearText, Merge ERP, and Money Control, and there is many softwares. But while we are using these softwares, why we are using that many softwares? Because each software has their own capability and give you certain kind of information. At the end, if you want to analyze that data on your own, and if you want to come up with the story from the data, then you have to use Microsoft Excel, where it comes very handy. And it's a very reliable software, and it's been like more than 5 years, as I mentioned earlier, I'm using this software. Now, why to use this software? Because system already gives you data, but you have to manipulate, you have to come up with the dashboards kind of thing. You have to answer some question which your company is asking, like why the sales is going high, so what's the reason behind that? If sale is going down, so what's the reason behind this one? And if your customer asks some kind of information, so you have already data. Now you have to manipulate that data, and you have to come up with answers what your customer is asking. So here we comes with the certain applications. Let's say Microsoft is there, Power BI is there, Power Query is there. For me, how to start, or let's say how I started as a data analysis. So the thing is, in earlier 2011, and at that time I was like learning the Excel in very basic, and I was like you can say, by the time I got interest in numbers, so definitely I come up with the many problems in dealing with the data. So we have to clean data, and then we have to come up with the dashboards kind of things and this whole thing. So it's good to start with the Excel as in early stage. And why Excel? Because again, this can manipulate data in your own own way. So it has the capability to create a dashboard, create a charts, and this also. Once you are clear with the Excel and basic, then if you are dealing with the big data, so again you can come up with the Power Query. And here again, Power Query is a tool of Microsoft Excel and Power BI tools. Then there's a limitation of the Excel. It can handle data. So again, you have to switch to another tools, which is also Microsoft tools. It's Power BI tools. And I think this is what we are right now using as Alok sir and myself. And we are giving guidance also on this. So the second tool which I'm using is mostly is Power BI. And what is the difference between Power BI and Excel? So in this class or in this meeting, you can have a clarity with me and with Alok sir also. If you have any questions, you can put out the question in chat box, or you can unmute yourself and you can ask any question related to data which you are using, or you want to use data in certain way. So definitely you can ask your question to us. Sir, so from here, I will hand it over to Alok sir.
Okay. So yes, Mayur rightly said that everyone present here in this meeting signifies that they are using data at some point of time. Secondly, they are here because they want to understand how they can do better things with this data which they already have. So I would like everyone to be participative in this meeting because we have organized this for you. Okay, this is not for like promoting ourselves as a I'm not promoting myself as a trainer, he is not promoting himself as a data analyst. Why we have kept this meeting is to let people know what this whole aspect is all about. Okay, it's all about managing your data properly and building some great visuals which will help you in taking decisions as to your business. Okay. Now, if you want to become a data analyst, and how many of you would like to explore this as a career option? If you would like to explore this as a career option, just type in I would, I or myself. You can type in yes, I would, or you can just show some reactions as a thumbs up. You can just show, like you can see on my screen, I put a thumbs up. So how many of you would like to explore this as a career option? So you can put your thumbs up sign on so that we can actually know, okay, what is the purpose of you coming in this meeting. Okay. And those who are seeing us live on YouTube, you can also write in the chat box so that whenever we read your comments, we can actually help you in understanding. See, there is a lot of buzz on the internet, on the YouTube, on every platform that do data analyst, you will earn so much, you will earn that much. Okay, that is one aspect of it. The other aspect is that when whatever you are doing, whether you are working in some company or you have your own company, or you are a chartered accountant and you are having your own office or practice, or you are having multiple clients or MNC or a big corporate client, everywhere you can use data analysis. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि हमें जॉब करना है और अच्छा सैलरी कमाना है, उसके लिए हमें डेटा एनालिस्ट सीखना चाहिए, ये काम करना है, ये भी है, ये एक रीजन हो सकता है। लेकिन अगर आप ऑलरेडी सेटल्ड हैं लाइफ में, आप ऑलरेडी जॉब पे हैं, आप प्रमोशन चाहते हैं, आप कुछ और वैल्यू एडिशन करना चाहते हैं, अपने बिजनेस में है, बिजनेस को एक नए तरीके से देखना चाहते हैं, इन ऑल दोस केसेस यू कैन डू डेटा एनालिसिस for yourself, or you can hire someone who will do the data analysis for you, or you can set up all this system in your company also. Now let me tell you something about data analysis and how it is different from data science, because there are two words, data analysis and data science, and people are confused. So data analysis journey starts with Excel. Excel is a tool which came in the year 1984. So almost Excel is turning 40 years now. 40 साल का होने वाला है एक्सेल, ठीक है। तो इन द 40 years what Microsoft has done is it has improved on the functionalities of Excel. तो Excel is no more only a data entering tool जो लोगों को लगता है, now it has become much more than that. डेटा एनालिसिस आप कर सकते हैं, डेटा इंपोर्ट कर सकते हैं, एक्सेल शीट को मेल कर सकते हैं, you can do lot of things with Excel. But Excel also has a lot of limitations. Like you cannot import any data from any website and put it in the in Excel. Excel has a limitation of 10 lakh rows, not more than that you can put. So when you are working on a data which is a big data, along with Excel, you require secondly some softwares which can handle a lot of data which is on the server, okay. So for that you have to learn SQL or SQL, okay, structured query language, to call that data, to do some manipulation and all. Secondly, whenever you have to clean the data, as Mayur was saying, that in my organization or in any organization, we get some data which is not proper, which is not clean, which has some bugs. So clear that bug, what we have to do is we have to do a lot of manipulation in the data or data cleaning. So for that, you have to use Power Query. So from Excel, you move to Power Query, and then when your data is clean, you want to present the data to the management and you want to put it online so that people can see and they can work together in a collaboration. Then you have to use data visualization tools, which are Power BI and Tableau. These are two. There is Google Data Analytics also, Google Studio also. Then you have Python also. Python is a coding language. So Python can also be integrated with Excel now. It can be integrated with Power BI, Power Query, Tableau. Okay. So these are some of the softwares which are naming. There are many other softwares which you can learn when you have to do data analyst, when you become a data analyst. Okay. Now, how does this journey starts and what does it take to become one? So first, you should have an inclination towards learning and dealing with number. तो अगर आपको नंबर से प्यार है, मोहब्बत है, तब तो आप डेटा एनालिस्ट बनने की सोचिए. और अगर आपको नंबर से डर लगता है तो फिर आप इससे दूर रहिए, इट इज नॉट फॉर यू। ठीक है, इफ यू आर समवन हु इज ऑब्सेस्ड अबाउट नंबर्स, then you are at the right place, then there is the right course for you. If you are someone who is not so obsessed with numbers, ठीक है, तो दिस नॉट फॉर यू, ये चीज नहीं है आपके लिए, क्योंकि यहाँ पर आपको इतना सारा कैलकुलेशंस करना पड़ता है, कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्मूलाज होते हैं, देयर आर डिफरेंट थिंग्स, सो यू हैव टू हैव दैट इंक्लिनेशन टुवर्ड्स नंबर्स। जैसे सीए कर रहे हैं तो अकाउंट्स में इंक्लिनेशन होना चाहिए, टैक्स आना चाहिए, लॉ पढ़ने में इंटरेस्ट होना चाहिए, देन ओनली यू कैन बिकम अ गुड चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट and you can actually practice as one. Similarly, when you are becoming a data analyst, you should have that inclination towards numbers, and you should also have a creative aptitude. क्रिएटिविटी होनी चाहिए आपके अंदर, तभी आप उसको अच्छे से प्रेजेंट कर पाओगे। सो ऑल दीज थिंग्स will be covered in the data analyst course. Now, what is the journey? So you start with Excel. Excel is basic to advanced level you have to learn. After Excel, then you move to Power Query, then you move to SQL, then you move to Tableau, then you move to Power BI. Okay. Now we have one question in the chat box by Arushi. He's saying, I have one question, that what is the difference between Tableau and Power BI and which one is better? Okay, let me answer this question before I hand it over again to Mayur to show some of the dashboards that he makes in his company and how data analysis help in taking decisions. So Tableau and Power BI both are data visualization tools. Power BI is a product of Microsoft. Okay, so it belongs to the family of Microsoft. Tableau is a product of Salesforce. So Salesforce is again another company which is creating softwares, and it has created a software called as Tableau. Tableau came in the year 2004. Power BI came in the year 2014. So Tableau is much older than Power BI. Power BI is latest. Both does the same work, that is converting the data into visuals and presenting the data in a much better manner. But I must say that which one is better or not, that depends on many conditions. There are many factors one need to understand to come to the conclusion which one is better, because both the softwares have different functionalities, different working methodology. So Power BI may has, because it has come in the recent years and it is a Microsoft product. So Microsoft product always have one quality, that they always keep on updating their products. So Microsoft Power BI is much more powerful as compared to Tableau. So there are some factors which are there. Number one, Microsoft Power BI can connect to 1500 data sources. Okay, sorry, 150 data sources. 150 data sources a Power BI can connect to. Whereas when you talk about Tableau, it can connect to near about 50 or 60 sources. In Power BI, you get 41 visuals to select from when you want to interpret your data. In Tableau, you get only 18 or so visuals to select from. Then in Power BI, you can upload your database onto a server, onto a website through the reports. You have to take a licensed version. In the Tableau also, you can do the similar thing by using Tableau Public. Okay. Secondly, Power BI, in Power BI, it is easier to connect your data with the web. You can directly import the data from the web. It is easier. In Tableau also you can do it, but there are some bugs which you need to go through. Okay. And if you talk about handling data and working on it, both the softwares are equally functioning. Like there is not much difficulty, but yes, when it comes to Tableau, there are limited functions which a Tableau can support, near about 40-50 functions. In Power BI, there are more than 150 functions which a Power BI can perform. Then it is based on two languages. One is DAX, one is AM language. So AM language is used to convert or clean your data in Power Query. DAX language is used to write expressions, data expressions in Power BI. Okay, so these are some points which are there. There are many other things that need to be considered. But the one aspect is cost. So how much you want to invest in the product, that also is one factor that need to be considered while mastering any of the product. But as a student, if you are asking that which software should I focus on, then I would say that you should learn both Tableau as well as Power BI, because they are similar. So whenever when you're putting efforts, you don't have to put much more efforts by learning two softwares, because there are many things which are similar. Secondly, there are some aspects which can be done in Tableau. There are some aspects which can be done only in Power BI. So you can choose like what you want to display and which software you have to go for. And secondly, when the company is looking for a candidate, and if you are a candidate which has learned both the software and you know how to use both, then you would be the first choice of that company. You will be getting a preference over someone who knows either Tableau or Power BI. Okay. So I hope I have answered your question. Anyone who has any other question on data analysis, Excel, Power BI query, Power Query, SQL, Python, anything that you want to ask before I hand over to Mayur. And we are going to show you how actually Excel can help you in creating dashboards, and similarly Power BI and Tableau can help in creating dashboards. Okay, so if you have any queries, you can unmute yourself and answer or ask, or you can put in the chat box. Come on, anyone? Dhaval, Ghazi, we have Jayesh, Vasita. Anyone, any questions so far? Okay, have you all understood what I said in the last 20 minutes, what we were discussing? Are you all with us? Can we have some activity in the chat box, please? A yes in the chat box at least. Arushi says yes. What about others? I hope you're listening to what we are doing, what we are saying. Okay, because I'm not getting any response in the chat box. So I would like people to type in something so that we know कि हमारी बातें जा रही है. Yes, thank you, Mr. Raghu, for replying in the chat box. Okay, so Mayur, now can you just display some of the dashboards that we can prepare in Excel and
Sure.
Power BI? You
Yeah,
can share
sure.
your screen.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Now see,
So
yeah.
I'll take you through the Excel dashboards. So you can see this is the dashboard we have created earlier, and it is dynamic. So your data set is kind of this kind of your data set you will have, and some calculation you have to do here, and additional things you have to bring up here, and then you can create such a dashboard in Excel, and this will be a dynamic as you select the
Can you
things.
just zoom in a little bit on your Excel? Yes, yes. Now it is perfect. Yeah. Now you can.
So you can see like week one data is here and it shows all performance, and then if we'll move this through these things week one, so the data changes based on that. And if you keep scrolling until week four, so your data is keep changing on this one. And here is also on total calls, how much answer called, and these all things like uh, how to present your data when you are getting data in such a format where you have a table only. So this is the one kind of dashboard we have created. And the second one I'm going to show you is again this dashboard. So if you'll see here, we have this dashboard also here, and again we are using here kind of slicer. Let's say if I want to see the sales of Africa, and then if I'll select America, you can see all these things are changing. If I want to see a bottom five, so based on that this is, and which month if I want to see, let's say August, all the data again is changing here. So this is what we have created with a which we got it here.
So a lot of effort goes behind preparing all this, you can see that there are multiple sheets which he is showing.
Exactly.
So
Correct.
multiple data and then multiple calculations are there, then multiple pivot tables need to be made. And then finally you see like cool and dynamic dashboard, which is like absolutely like a treat to the eye, I must say. ठीक है, देख के कितना अच्छा लग रहा है, लेकिन इसके पीछे बहुत कुछ working calculations, lot of things have gone into it, and it is not a one day task. It takes like weeks, months to prepare all these kind of dashboards. Okay, and a lot of calculations, lot of tricks, lot of work goes behind creating a dashboard.
Exactly. Perfect. Yes, sir. And one more thing I just want to highlight here, saying that to achieve this thing in Excel, it is possible. Like, as you can see, we have done these things. But again, this whole thing is a time consuming, sir. I just want to highlight this thing also.
Right.
It is possible, and we can achieve such a things in Excel, and we are working with this. But the data here, the moment data change, sometimes what happen, your all the data is not capturing properly. So you have to deep dive again in that data set, and you have to come up with you have to find the errors where your data is not picking properly. So this is the downside only for the Excels if you are working with the Excel. So yeah, but in Excels, yes, we can achieve such a dashboard and these all things. So this is
And
the
let me
achievement.
add one more thing, that in this there is no need to learn any coding language.
Exactly.
This all purely formula,
Based on,
and
yes,
secondly through the
pivot.
form and VBA, little bit VBA is required, and I think no VBA is also required when you are creating a dashboard in Excel. So it is possible, but you need to know when to use which feature. So there are many things which are there. Slicers are there, then drop down menu is there, then a lot of conditional formatting is there. Okay, so
Yes.
you should understand कि Excel के formulas functions हमें कहाँ पे कैसे use करना है, and that is possible when you devote time in learning all these things. And let me tell you that you should have dedication and discipline to learn anything by watching a YouTube video. Okay. No one can learn from YouTube until unless you practice, you have the dedication, you have the burning desire to learn something, and you have that sincerity that you look into the view, watch the video, you practice, then you again refer back. But the only problem or glitch is that when you get stuck, then whom would you ask this? किससे पूछेंगे आप जाके? यूट्यूबर को जाके कमेंट करेंगे, मैसेज करेंगे, या how would you communicate with this? But when you attend a live session, when you enroll into a course, then you are committing yourself to learn from an expert who has put in efforts to master all this. And
I want to add up here something, sir.
Yes.
One more thing. Let's say if someone is, or let's say myself also used to do the same thing. I create a dashboard, but if I stuck somewhere, I try to find the solution with the other videos, but I end up, confusing myself, like what I have started and where I'm going. So there is no clear guidance on YouTube. So if you're doing halfway, you will completely do, but the moment you stuck, you'll start searching for that problem. When you start searching for that problem, you end up somewhere else. So there is no proper guidance.
Right. And see, because there are a lot of channels providing a lot of information. I also see a lot of videos to update myself, but some are teaching wrong things also. Some are providing half information, half cooked information. So sometimes you end up learning incorrect things, or things not in the right fashion. So it is a very time consuming and difficult task to find out which is the right person to follow or to make a mentor. Okay. So if you follow the right person, you're on the right track. But if you happen to follow a wrong person, then you're screwed.
Exactly. I will show you some more Power BI dashboards.
Yes.
Allow me. So this is my very first project I have done in Power BI. For this, I have my data set. If you can see, this is data set from the Excel workbook.
Yes,
This
continue.
old data set is from Excel. So I load this data from the Excel, and this is dynamic. If the Excel file is changed and it goes more data into it, then my dashboard is dynamically changed. And in Power BI, you can see like it's how dynamic it is. If I click on the Mohan, so it shows like where the sales is happen, where's the revenues happen, and in which category and this all. And if I'll click on let's say TV section and home, then again all the things is changing here. So this is kind of dynamic things. The second dashboard I want to show you is, which is this one again. So here we have, let's say, sales by appliances and arts, bindery, books, and this all. And again, this is the dynamic one. By date, I can drop and drag
Very
date
nice.
here, so you can see it's changing. And here, let me add up here. There's no coding happen here, and nothing to remember here. First of all, so it's simply like like Excel. How you learn Excel, and if you know the Excel, like there is nothing complicated in that things. You just drag and drop the things, charts, put the values there, and by using this visualization, you can build this kind of dashboards. There is one more I just want to show you. Is Yeah, this is the final one. Then I have. So again, if I'll select the product category, and it shows the where is the sale, and this all happen. The trend also it shows. So any kind of data you can bring into this Power BI, and we have a many source as earlier sir mentioned. Like there is a multiple sources, and from there you can bring your data here. And then Power Query is also inbuilt here, so you can edit your data, or you can manipulate your data. You can clean your data there. So by this way, you can have your
And the
ready
best
dashboard.
thing about Power BI is that whenever your data gets updated, suppose this is 1 month data, you add up the next month, uh, more quarters, year data, then you don't have to do the same calculations or same working again. You have to just refresh the data and all the number changes. Okay, so you have to just import that file or give the reference of that folder, and you can put multiple files every month in this folder, and the data automatically gets updated. So that is the best thing about Power BI, which is not there in Excel. So in Excel, you have to update your file or the range data ranges. But in Power BI, it is automatic. It happens automatically. Don't have to do anything. Once you have set up all the things. And how beautifully this is designed, which has like different images also, different kind of charts, bars, some slicers are there, and everything is very neatly presented. It is not possible to present all this in one page in using a table in Excel, or by creating a report in PowerPoint. Only in a software like Power BI or Excel or Tableau, you can do all these things. So
I
any
stopped.
yeah, that is all from our side. Anyone who has any questions? And then I would like to show you one more thing, that what we are doing for creating this awareness. I have a website which is named as Excel Vibes, and on that Excel Vibes, we are doing a lot of seminars like this, and a lot of stuff is there already on this website, which is available for free, to everyone, and you don't have to pay anything to do anything or to watch anything. So you can go to the webinar section, and as you have landed to this webinar, you will see that in the past we have done 20 plus webinars which are available for free. Some are for free, some are specialized webinars, content based, specific theme based, so they are priced They are priced at 99 or 200 rupees. Okay, but it is worth the investment. So you will see a lot of videos which I have put over here. This one is financial functions. So if you want to understand, so all these things are there on our website. Now, what we have done is we have launched a course on data analyst. Okay, so if you want to learn Excel in and out, like how to create a dashboard, so and there is this data analyst basic Excel to advanced Excel course is there, which is just available for 3,500. Okay, we have one more course on Tableau, which is for free. There are some videos over here, and we have some. It is a free course on Excel formulas, and there is one more course on Power BI that will be starting now in September. So all these courses and materials are available on our website, which and you can also become our member. And member gets membership benefit of attending a live session for free and getting exclusive club rights. The membership is available for 1,000 rupees for a year or a 150 rupees for 1 month. You can try for a month and then you can upgrade your membership. Okay, so this is our initiative or our task that we are doing for uplifting our members or a community so that everyone can get benefit from it. Okay. Secondly, I also run a channel on YouTube, and you can see that there are 150 plus videos which are put so far on YouTube on Excel, Power BI, Tableau, and I also get invited by different institutes. CA Institute is one of them. I have delivered lectures all across India at the institute, and also delivered some of the lectures at IIT Kanpur and all. Conducted various seminars for different universities. So this is a channel. In this channel, you will find many videos which are important and which will actually help you in learning Excel and mastering Power BI. A lot of stuff is there, so which will help you in understanding a lot of things. Okay, so do follow us and do send us your queries, and you may now ask any questions if you have. Okay, if you want to enroll for our course, you can do that. Okay, and any questions you have, we can now take it. So how much it takes to make these type of reports? Okay, now how much you are asking in terms of money or in terms of time? So if you're asking in terms of time, then it will take near about 3 days to a week to set up all these reports in an Excel sheet or a Power BI or Tableau. Depends on the skill of the person who is creating all this, and depends on the data. If the data is sorted, clean, and you know what you want in the report, then it can be done in 2 hours or 3 hours also. It is a one-day job. But if you have to create a layout, if you have to clean the data, if you have to get data from multiple sources, you have to club them, you have to create a data model and then work on it, then it might take 7 days to 10 days or even more than that. So it depends on like what kind of data is there and what kind of reports you want to generate and how frequently you want to update those reports. So based on that, the time involved is included. And when you talk about the cost, so a data analyst charges a lot of money to create all this. So if you hire a freelancer and if you get this project done for creating a dashboard, a minimum fee of $100 is charged. $100. So a dollar is somewhere between 80 rupees to 82 rupees. So if you say $100, 8,000 to 9,000 is a rate to create a dashboard, which just Mayur showed you. Okay, so that is something which is there. But if you learn all this thing, you can save on that money and you can build on your own. And if you like get a job as a data analyst, you get paid somewhere between 7 lakh to 10 lakh on a basic job. And as you skill improve on your skill and you learn many softwares and you become an expert, you can earn somewhere between 20-25 lakhs a year. So any more questions from the audience we have? Would you like to give any feedback for this session? Did it help you in understanding about data analytics, and did you find it useful? And what you would like us to come up with in the coming sessions? If you give us inputs, we will definitely work on it, and we'll be in a position to deliver something better next time in a much detailed manner. This was an effort, a first time effort to come live and talk to everyone so that you all can get an idea about things. So I'm putting my website address over here. You can simply visit it and you can watch all the recordings which we have uploaded over there. You can check out the content of the courses. And I generally get a question, sir, that you have placed your courses at a higher price, 3,000, 4,000 rupees. We get the courses on Udemy for 349, 599, 999. So why we need to invest so much when we have a cheaper course? So I would like to put it like that, that why these big ad tech companies offer low courses at a lower rate, because they are doing a bulk business. They are doing a business which they are catering to thousands and millions of subscribers. Secondly, what they do is they just record a course and people enroll it and they never complete that course. You do not get an access to any community or any hand holding or something like that. Here what we are doing is we are doing live classes. We are giving our time live one-to-one. So if you're not understanding any function, if you want me to explain twice thrice, you can ask me, but you cannot in those courses. And it is a trend. You can see a research. I've done a lot of research over these courses. Half of the content which is used in the actual world, they don't teach. And secondly, people don't complete the courses. So if you are investing 300, 400, 500, 1000 rupees, it is a waste. You are just buying a certificate and nothing more than that. So definitely we will have more such sessions on different productivity tools also. We have taken your feedback, Mr. Raghu. Thank you for that. Mayur, you want to add something?
Yes, I want to add on this Udemy courses. Uh, if you're if you are buying that courses, I always recommended that you check the course updated date, because when you see the low price, that means that is outdated courses. So you will see like 2 or 3 years back courses that you will get $99 or let's say $19 or $20, because it's all outdated courses. And if you apply in uh, current situation, so that gets you in little bit confusing, end up you will end up in confused, like why it's not working with that.
Correct. It is always there because they don't update their courses, because technology is updating at a faster pace. Now AI has come into place. So Excel is now using chatbot. In Power BI also you have AI tools. So if you learn all these things and if you are with us, we are there to help people upgrade themselves, upskill themselves. So that is why it is always better to go with a mentor who is accountable for what he is doing, who is responsible for what he is doing, and you can catch him. You can ask him things instead of going to someone who is not approachable. That is my approach towards learning from a mentor. Okay, so we had decided to do this for an hour, 9:30 to 10:30. Almost we are reaching that time. So a last call to anyone who would like to ask any question or you want to give any feedback. Arushi, you would like to say something? Arushi, you are there?
Yes, sir.
Would like to share your experience of learning Excel and Power BI and Tableau, because you are learning all the three softwares. how did you find your journey of learning this, and can you share your experience? Okay. Someone else? So, this is all what we wanted to convey to you all. I have put my credentials, my website, my YouTube channel in the chat box. I'm putting my number also. You can connect to me on my WhatsApp or ping me or ask me anything, call me also. Okay. So thank you for attending this, and I hope it we delivered some worthwhile content to you and you got an idea about these softwares and how to go about it. See, learning is never a one-time process. It's a never-ending journey. So the more you earn, the more you want to earn, the more you have to learn. So I always said that earning starts with learning. So first you learn and then you put your learning into practice, and that is how you earn. Okay. So there's no limitation as to how much one can earn, but that depends on how much you're willing to learn. So always put your efforts in learning things and knowing about things, and then try to implement it. So Jayesh has put a question: best shop item data storage in Excel or other software? Best shop item data storage. Sorry, I did not get your question. Jayesh, can you just unmute and ask it if you are comfortable? What you actually mean by this? Okay, Mayur, anything you want to add in the end to conclude?
Thank you very much, sir, for inviting me here. And yeah, that's it from my side.
Thank you, Mayur, for always being available whenever I had invited you for any session on a short notice. And I must say that Mayur is also a very hardworking person, and he always look for learning. Although he is a data analyst, but whenever I organize classes on Excel or Power BI, he's always there as a student. And sometimes I also get to learn a lot of things from him. So I really appreciate his attitude of learning things, and that is what we both want, that people should have this attitude of learning. There's no shortcut to success. So if you are looking to buy any software, or if you are looking to just get certificates to progress in life, I am sorry, but that is not the right way of looking at it. You have to devote time in learning things and practicing, and then only you can actually deliver the best. So best wishes to everyone, and uh, thank you for attending, and stay connected, keep learning to keep earning. Thank you.